What's up, everyone? It's Colin here on day 30.5, 31 of my 30-day challenge. And so I think what we've all learned from these videos is that I only own about 7 t-shirts, and I probably need to go clothes shopping. And so maybe I'll do that after this. That's what I've really gained. And the second thing is that, just to tally the results, is out of 151, I went above and beyond the call of duty, talked to one extra person. I got 34 yeses, so the rest of them were no's. The rest of them were get out of here, F off, stranger. And with that being said, to announce the next 30-day experiment or challenge, is that actually somebody challenged me to do it because it was the next progression that somebody kind of wanted to challenge me to do, and it is to go on, now that I have these numbers and everything, to go on 30 dates in the month of August, which is a huge stretch, and I'll tell you the reasons why that is really intimidating, and the whole point of doing it, and how it is that I'm going to be learning to lead in relationships and actually go for things that I want, and not just passively accept whatever comes my way in the flow of things. So, and then, with that being said, it kind of all comes back to what I've been talking about, the breakup that I went through. So the story of that was that I was in a relationship that was the first time I'd ever been crazy in love, and kind of a little addicted to this person, and I was just so infatuated. And I mean, she's awesome. She's an amazing person, and of course, who wouldn't be totally in love with her? But at the same time, I was just, the rest of my life sort of went by the wayside, and I was getting all of my validation from her. I wasn't really generating it myself, and I think that's great for a while, but it just doesn't work in a real relationship. And so a couple of things happened that had it totally blow up in my face, which was, one, in the beginning I messed around a little bit with somebody else, and I didn't tell her about it, and this was before we were official, so I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong, but I still felt really guilty, and I talked to a lot of people about it, but I decided not to tell her. And then the second thing was that she actually had this other love of her life, in a way, that was, she'd never really been with this person, but it was actually another girl that was her best friend from back in the day, and that they had a falling out, and that she was still in love with her, but they were only on friend terms. And so this all boiled to a point, which was the 3 factors of me just being kind of a passive, validation-seeking dude, that I didn't really have much else going on in my life. I, did that thing, in the beginning, and then she had this other person that actually came back in her life. And when she came back in her life, she also, around the same time, found out that I didn't tell her about the other girl in the very beginning. And then she just kicked me to the curb. She was just like, I'm over this, I can't deal with this, I'm confused, and you're just, I can't do this. And so I was crushed. I was totally crushed. And it was in that I remember I was sitting in this coffee shop trying to do work, and I was I'm sure there was a single tear coming down my face as I'm just depressed in a coffee shop. And I went out and I called my friend Steven, who recently, he actually started a dating coaching business. He'd been a coach, he'd been actually a mentor of mine for the last 10 years. And so I called him and just started talking to him, and was like, dude, I need help. I want to get her back. I'll do anything. And he was the first person that told me that it's over, man. It is so over. You need to take this and this energy that you have right now, and make something out of your life. Because I know he's known me for the last 10 years, and he's known that I just have done the same stuff. And it was this huge awakening. It was this massive awakening that oh my God, I have been doing the same things, and it's gotten me nowhere that I really want to do. It's no fulfillment in my career or my relationships. And so it was time to make a drastic change. And there's actually, I should not be telling you guys this, but there is a whole podcast that he recorded for his business. It's all free, and I'll put a link to it, that has him coaching me through the breakup. So if anyone else has gone through a breakup or anything, this is amazing stuff to listen to, because he coached the crap out of me, and it's all recorded. And so you can, if you listen to it, you can hear all like the low points that I'm at, and all my deep dark secrets about post breakup. I mean, I sound pathetic in it, let me tell you, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway because I mean it's whatever. So you already know everything about me at this point. So that was huge, and that's actually where all this came from. Was actually through this coaching that we started. You know, I started talking to strangers like a little bit, and then he started encouraging me to do 5. And so I was like, there's no way I can do 5. The only way I can do it is if I made it totally public. And so if you listen to the podcast, you can hear the whole progression of that. And so that is kind of where it led to me to where I am now. It was like this huge low point of I didn't know what to do with my life. I was just freaking out that I realized that it's been the same thing for the last 10 years. I've been the same way. And this was one way that I just saw to make a huge change. So anyway, that is the story, and thanks for listening, and thanks for tuning in. And again, I really appreciate everyone's like feedback and comments and everything. And just to conclude the breakup story, you know, at this point, like I mentioned that I talked to her the other day, and I just have a friend now. It's like I can move past all the, I have no attachment to her. I have no jealousy or I don't miss her at all, and I just can really like appreciate the things that we're friends, you know, the things that I loved about her that are it's great qualities that I could have in a friend. And you know, she was telling me everything about her, you know, her new exploration with women, and like it's all good. Like, so anyway, it's just I've come a long way since this, and I just hope this is creating some value for you guys and some inspiration or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I'll post those links, and thanks again for tuning in, and I will keep you tuned on the next video about how my next challenge is going to go. So, thank you all, and I'll talk to you soon.